Octopath Traveler II. Solid JRPG mechanics hampered by weak storytelling, the Octopath Traveler series carved a niche for itself with innovative mechanics, but stumbles in its latest installment. Octopath Traveler II, while refining the combat and class systems, suffers from a forgettable protagonist and generic revenge plot, leaving players with a mechanically strong but narratively unengaging experience. Reinventing the wheel. The first Octopath Traveler surprised players in 2019 with its unique blend of turn-based combat and 8 distinct playable characters. Octopath Traveler II attempts to build on this foundation, introducing a silent protagonist driven by vengeance. However, this approach feels like a step backward, sacrificing the compelling character dynamics that defined its predecessors. The game's core strength lies in its class system. Players can choose from 8 jobs: warrior, hunter, merchant, apothecary, cleric, scholar, dancer, and thief, each with unique skills and traits. The ability to combine skills from different classes allows for highly customizable builds. A warrior wielding black magic is entirely viable. This depth extends to the break and boost system, where depleting enemy shields leads to strategic openings and devastating multi-attacks. A silent protagonist and lackluster narrative, unlike the first game's 8 playable characters with individual backstories. Octopath Traveler II forces players into a silent protagonist on a generic revenge quest. The hero's village is destroyed, and they embark on a predictable path to eliminate those responsible. This narrative framework feels stale, especially in a genre already saturated with revenge-driven stories. The supporting characters are equally forgettable, lacking the depth and intrigue that made the original Octopath Traveler stand out. The villains, however, are a notable exception. The antagonists, Titos, August, and Lady Hermina, are genuinely compelling, with motivations and actions that feel appropriately ruthless. Their stories are darkly engaging, providing a rare glimpse of truly evil characters in a genre often fixated on moral ambiguity. Polished combat, uninspired world despite the weak narrative. Octopath Traveler II delivers a polished and engaging combat experience. The addition of a second row of characters adds another layer of tactical depth, allowing for dynamic team compositions and strategic switching during battles. The game's HD 2D art style remains visually striking, blending retro pixel art with modern 3D backgrounds. The soundtrack and voice acting are also high quality, enhancing the overall presentation. However, these elements cannot compensate for the lackluster story. Conclusion: Octopath Traveler II is a mechanically sound JRPG that fails to deliver on its narrative potential. While the combat and class systems are engaging, the forgettable protagonist and generic revenge plot prevent it from reaching the heights of its predecessor. Despite its flaws, the game remains a viable choice for JRPG fans willing to overlook its shortcomings.